Three, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to episode 4 of Pipe Down. Today we got a good show. We will be talking a lot of college football. We have a special guest today, Brent. He will always be coming on during certain points after the Texas Longhorn season. Um, as y'all may know by this point in time, we lost, and it's okay. We will get better. Arch, good try, bud. Um, Sorry for missing the last 2 episodes. We've all been busy, got a family. Obviously, we're trying to get this off the pod, as we always say. Jared, what do we always say? Give us some grace. Give us some grace. Brent right here is a huge Texas Longhorn fan and an advocate to have Jerry Jones removed from the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, we need to start a petition.
It is hot in this garage today, even though it's 85 outside. It feels like 105. So, guys, we had some great college football games. We can easily get into the Texas game, but I would like to start off with Florida State, Alabama. Alabama's dead, and we can celebrate now. It's about
The
time.
reign of Alabama is over.
The Alabama Crimson Tide are officially dead, gone, forever. Kalen DeBoer will be fired at the end of the
I
season.
read somewhere that, don't know if this is true or not, but I read somewhere that Kalen DeBoer's buyout's like $70 million for the future if anybody's wanting to.
Yeah, no, they're not going to actually fire him. There's no way they fire him. But anyway, so Florida State, the end of the score of Florida State was 31, Alabama 17. There was a point in time where it was 24-17. That game was not close. Thomas Castellanos, for Florida State quarterback, he said that they beat Alabama, and sure enough, we all said that guy's crazy. And they beat Alabama, and they beat him soundly. They beat him handily. I think they had 239 yards rushing total. I mean, absolute stud. Florida State pretty much, flushed them down the toilet into the grinder tank right at the city tap, where it gets stuck all the time. So, for all my plumbers out there, there you go. There's your plumbing joke.
Before we
Anyway.
move forward, Lee Corso, thank you for everything that you've done for the sport. And all of his picks that he made over the weekend were correct.
They
He
all
hit
hit.
all of them.
Thank you, Coach, so much for all the memories. He picked the Buckeye head, and guess what? The Buckeyes won. He picked Florida State to win. Florida State won. Every single team that he coached for and played for all won today, or Saturday. We're filming this on Monday. So, yeah, good for Lee Corso. However, he did pick LSU to win the national championship. So, and they won. They beat Clemson. So, it's like, okay.
That was a good game.
That was a great game. But anyways, so guys, what y'all thought of Alabama and the potential beheading of Kalen DeBoer? Brent, would you like to start us off?
Sure. Honestly, I mean, yes, Florida State did show up. Hey, I think they got it turned. I wouldn't say got it turned around, but maybe getting it turned around. It's their first game of the year. Let the season play out. Is Alabama dead? I don't know.
Yes, they are.
I don't think they're
They
dead.
didn't. I mean, they did some things right, but I mean, all in all, it wasn't pretty.
No, it wasn't.
Their defense,
Nah, it wasn't
their
pretty.
defense was getting pushed around all over the place. Thomas Castellanos, he was running all over, dude. Like it, and
He threw some great balls.
yeah, he had
too.
some
Great
I don't know.
passes.
Alabama's secondary didn't look that good. Their defensive line was getting pushed around all game, and this is coming from a Florida State team that won two games last year.
2-10.
So, and they're coming back first game of the season the very next year and beating Alabama. I don't know if you can turn it around that quick. Maybe Alabama just had, because obviously they have a new quarterback and everything.
I just don't think they're. I mean, let the season play out. I just don't. I don't trust me. I'm not an Alabama fan. I don't care about Alabama. But let the season play out. Let
Yeah.
see.
We'll see.
But who knows? Who knows?
I do know if they do not make a playoff this year, Alabama fans are going to riot.
Oh,
They are going to riot.
that'd be great.
And it's about time that they got their overprivileged asses kicked.
Yes.
I don't know, dude. I like Nick Saban. He was a good coach.
No, I know, but it's the fans that we don't like the most. They're just like, oh, we're the greatest team of all time.
We're the dynasty.
We're the dynasty, which they were until the very end. But honestly, I think, man, the ACC just looks tough this year. I mean, Clemson lost. I mean, everyone has them.
Kate Klubnik, I mean, he had some good moments during the game, but he didn't really look all that good either.
No, and the thing is too, it's week 1 and they're going up against other outside conference teams, which that's how all Power 4 teams should play. They should play the best of the best in other conferences all the time, not this freaking Texas Tech playing AR Pine Bluff, whatever.
Well, I mean,
67.
Georgia did that. Missouri did that. So
You play against a bunch of nobodies. It makes it so bad.
Every team's gonna have to play against the nobodies.
I know,
That's how
but-
you go in and kind of get yourself motivated, going, working on the
I feel
things.
that.
You know, I mean,
Yeah, and I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's just, anyway, back on Florida State. I mean, Florida State is just, they look good. They look like they can compete. Let's see how they turn out. I mean, I feel like this is a little bit of a trap game for Alabama as well, just a little bit.
Well, I mean,
they went
They
in there.
could. I'm not saying it is because they legitimately looked good, but I mean it could have been like a fluke game. I doubt it, but like
Oh,
that's
one more thing. Ryan Williams, hope you get better. He got nailed hard and did not return to the game, and it doesn't look good. Ryan Williams, hope you get better, bud. Sorry, Jared.
not good.
But yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know, dude. I think Clemson might be frauds a little bit, just a little bit.
I don't know. It's hard because LSU could be good. Dude.
Yeah.
Like they could be. Like I know they weren't all that good last year, but I mean they could be good. This is Garrett's second year.
Yeah.
So
Third? No, second. Yeah, second year
Oh,
starting.
Nussy.
Yeah, the Nuss bus.
I don't know. We'll see. It's first game of the season. You know, everybody's going to be riding the highs and lows. Everybody that I see online is killing Arch for that game, and he didn't have a good game.
no.
But you know, it's against Ohio State in Ohio State, first game of the season. You know,
It's a
it
tough
wasn't-
atmosphere.
there were some really bad balls that he had that he should have made those passes, but you know, play calling was really restricted because he's still new, and you know, like I said, it's his first game, so we didn't really have a lot of the motions and stuff that we are typical to seeing with Sark offense. So I don't put the full blame on Arch. I feel like play calling could have been a little bit better, especially in the red zone. But he definitely had some moments, like that first pass, dude. The very first pass of the game, when it bounced off the ground.
DeAndre Moore was wide open.
Like,
wide
and-
open.
I don't know. That was just a bad.
I feel like if Arch completes. By the way, let's actually get into that a little bit more. And overall, if you didn't watch the game, you know, or if you're just a straight up Texas hater, final score was Ohio State 14, Texas 7. Just like what Jared is saying, I mean, Arch was just shaky. All the Arch hate needs to stop. Like, y'all are being ridiculous about, you know, I see y'all on X and Twitter or whatever it's called nowadays, hating on Arch. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. Plain and simple. It's his first game as a starting quarterback, and he went up against Ohio freaking State. In the shoe. What are we talking about here? We all knew this was a possibility. Even all the Texas people that know how football actually works, that weren't saying Arch this, Arch that. We all said, hold on, let's give him some time to play. He is going up against Ohio State, who they never rebuild. They do nothing but reload, and they're back as the 1 seed in the playoffs every freaking year. So let's wait and see. All the Ohio State hate saying, like, oh, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be this. It's a different defense. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
They're going to, just like Texas, they're going to be probably top 3 in defense.
They're in Texas's defense, stellar. Good job. Except for the Cardinal tape catch, but that was just.
And even that was like, it wasn't bad. Like, he got
It was
burnt, but he was.
It was perfect coverage. I thought it was perfect coverage. He broke up the play. It's just Cardinal takes he's just an NFL dude. Like, he's just
couldn't
gonna
cover
he's
that
gonna catch
any
it.
better.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just a good /luck
Yeah.
catch.
Well,
I
he-
mean, it was
just concentrated on the ball.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I mean.
the ball just bounced right.
I'm
for
a
him.
Yeah.
Came off the hands just right for him to regain control. And
Yeah.
that was just a good catch. Give the man credit. I mean, he had a good play on the ball.
I'm a
Great
big
catch.
proponent of home field advantage, and I think that's what played a lot of. I think that's why the playbook was probably closed off a little bit because in that environment, Arch probably isn't comfortable making checks and everything at the line of scrimmage.
No.
So it's like
Well,
I feel like that's why.
I think he might be comfortable making checks. I just don't think he's comfortable making checks in that environment. Like I feel like if the game was at home, Arts would have played a little better. I'm not saying we'd win because, I mean, we even said it. Well, I even said it. The first episode we had. I think Julian Sain is going to be an NFL caliber quarterback, and he did exactly. The great thing about Ohio State, Ryan Day literally told them during practice, "Hey, you don't need to be Superman. We don't need to do this. This is Texas. We need to play complementary football. We need to minimize mistakes." And guess what? Julian's saying he didn't make mistakes. He completed the pass he was supposed to complete.
There was some.
Now-
He was just as shaky at the beginning of that game.
Yes,
he only threw. I didn't read the exact stats, but I think he only threw for like 170 yards.
Not 90. He threw like 136.
Yeah, so it's like he wasn't even that spectacular, which is to be expected from a first-time quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he's actually younger than Arch. I think he's like a
no.
Has he been there just?
So Arch was class of 23. He's class of 24.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, but he did reclass. I think he went from a junior to a senior to reclass, so he could draft something like that. But
he didn't look all that great. He made better decisions, had some better balls and stuff. But I mean, it's to be expected from a first-time quarterback in a big game, first game of the season, a big game like that. And like I said, I'm a big proponent of home field advantage. I bet you if we played that game at home, it probably would have been a different story.
I mean,
but
maybe.
I don't know. I see a lot of hate on Arch, and it's. I guess if you had like super high expectations for the kid, okay, whatever. But like
That's
a
your
lot of
own
people,
fault.
exactly. I didn't come out. I wasn't like saying that he was going to be the Heisman winner or anything. Whatever came about of this season was going to be because of Arch, and if he came out and he played well, there would still have been people that say he didn't play perfect. So even if he did play perfect, there still would have been people that would have been like, well, he didn't do this or he didn't do that. There's always going to be people that are going to come out of the woodworks and start hating for no reason because they just want to see. These young kids fail is how I see it.
I think it's he's carrying that last name.
Yeah.
And everybody expecting him to just go in and start ripping it up. It's like, no. He's young. This was his first big game, And I mean, yes, he did play some last year, which wasn't really nobody.
Against a bad Mississippi State
Yeah.
and a ULM team that was like
Totally
had a
different.
quarterback named General Booty. So.
And you know what another thing is? So you go to Ohio
His name's
State.
actually General Booty, by the way. The ULM quarterback last year, you can look this up. His for real name is General Booty, legend.
You go into Ohio State, okay? Not only you're playing against, Ohio State's defense is like one of the best, but you're also playing against Mike Patricia, the defensive coordinator. He mixed it up so much.
Let me stop you there too. That was another thing. We did a bad job of not covering Matt Patricia. What some people didn't realize until the day of the game, they're like, "Oh, Matt Patricia is the defensive coordinator there." It's like, yeah, the dude that coached underneath Bill freaking Belichick
during their
20
dynasty
years
run
as the defensive coordinator. Yes, Bill was calling the defense. Yes, but God damn it, if you coach under Bill Belichick for 20 years on both offense and defense, you're going to learn a couple things. Like, he was a bad head coach for the Lions. That's all been documented and everything. That dude has coached against Peyton. He's coached against Eli. He coached college 20 plus years ago, but for him, he's not going up against NFL caliber quarterbacks. He's going up against NFL caliber talent, but he's not going up against the quarterback. So he is going to sit there and just say, I know exactly what this quarterback's going to do, play some mediocre quarterbacks, and he is going to carve them up, tear them up, and it's going to be bad for every single team. I just think, first of all, Sark did coach a little bit in the NFL for the Atlanta Falcons. as offense coordinator. His offense was okay, but overall, Matt Patricia knew what he was doing. He had a great game plan call. Ryan Day had a perfect game plan, just telling the quarterback, do not be a hero here. Do not do anything that is going to jeopardize us because we will lose this game. Because early on, those two defenses were stacked. And Texas's defense has shown to be amazing and awesome. And same thing with Ohio State. They will be, like Jared said, those two will be top 3 defenses by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
No questions asked.
I mean,
and
Texas
the thing,
only gave up, what, 200?
Not even. I think we only gave up like 219. And we had almost 300 yards of offense.
Yeah.
We had the ball. We ran the ball for 166 total yards. But my thing with this is the play calling for inside the 5. I don't know why. This is 4 years in a row now with Sark. I mean, granted, we have gotten better. But he called
Not really.
But
Not really.
Well, statistically, he has been. But with the quarterback sneak at 4th and goal, I remember watching that play, and I was like, please don't quarterback sneak it. Ohio State had everyone lined up in the A-gap. He could have called timeout. We had 3 timeouts left, I believe. That was in the second quarter, I think it was. He could have called a timeout, and we could have regrouped some things. We spread them out a little bit. We should have, in my opinion, I honestly believe if we would have lined up in the power eye, just like Ohio State did on their touchdown drive, power football, give it to Wisner and Baxter, who, by the way, that running back tandem might be the best in the whole country, in my opinion. Them 2 running backs are
it's like
amazing.
We talked about earlier. It's like Wisner and Baxter got you down there.
Yeah.
And then you get inside the 5, and then you abandon them. And it's like, let's try to push Arch across the line.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the thinking was that I can see why quarterback sneak is tempting there, but the thing is that the thing with Arch is like the thing with college football is that quarterbacks are not going to make a whole lot of checks, but if Arch, really any quarterback that sees that, and they're just like, well, I got to run the play that coach says. I think Arch should have stood up, called timeout, and said, "Coach, that's not going to work." They had 3 D linemen all across center, guard, center, in a bear front with linebackers getting ready to push them, and the safeties, Caleb Downs, who's like the best tackler and the best player in the whole country, is sitting there. We're not going to be able to push that because there's not enough force right there. It's not the offensive line fault. The offensive line actually moved a couple people.
So I've got. Sorry to interrupt you, but I've got a little some stats right here just to kind of, for the people that are saying that Ohio State played so amazing, they were 3 for 12 on 3rd down conversions. We were 5 for 14. Total yards, Ohio State had 203 total yards, passing and rushing. We had 336 total yards. We had 170 passing yards to their 126 passing yards. Now, Julian was a little bit more efficient. He was 13 of 20. Arch was 17 of 30. So not terrible. We ran for 166 yards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why are you doing quarterback sneaks?
Exactly. Like, we were moving them boys up front. Watching the game, watching the game, we were getting like 4, 5, 6 yards.
One more thing I want to add to that too. Arch needs to have some more quarterback design runs.
The
first quarterback design run should not be happening to him in the second quarter. To me, that is ridiculous. He's too mobile not to have a quarter. Like, he's not a drop back quarter. I was watching a podcast, and not to cut you off, because those stats are perfect for what it is. If we get down to the red zone stat, we were 0 for 3 in the red zone. Like, we're 0 for 3 in the red zone, and we got stopped inside the 5-yard line twice. If you score twice there, you win the game.
Yeah,
you win the game. Or just kick 2 field goals. Their defense is too. Sark just got aggressive to me at the wrong times. When we started pushing the ball down the field and Arch, he made that great throw to the tight end. It's just Arch could never really get into that rhythm.
Well, it's because we would go like, and I was texting this in the group chat. I was like, we need to lean on the short stuff right now because his deep stuff isn't working. And if we And whenever he started pushing towards the shorter stuff, that's when you could see kind of it starting to get in motion for Arch. But then he would call a freaking deep out or something, and he would throw a pick. And then, especially in an environment like that, against that team, you've depleted everything that Arch had going. So it's like, give him the opportunity to get in a rhythm. And if you keep calling shots down the field, that's not going to happen. So, back to play calling, I feel like it was a complete crap show for play calling wise. No, like we really didn't have that many plays with motion in them, unless it was like one person.
One person.
So
yeah,
it's
they
like
weren't moving.
our bread and butter for us is motion, and I know we were playing in Ohio, but it's like we still got to keep that going, because if we don't, then the defense is going to get, they're going to, especially with the NFL defensive coordinator.
And they have, and by the way, Ohio State has not one, not two, not three, not four, but they have 7. I guarantee they're going to have 7 defensive players. 3 of them might go into the first round next year, and the rest of them are going to get drafted.
Well, you got
and then they have defensive players that are going to get drafted the following year.
You've got probably the number 1 safety in the nation, Caleb Downs.
He is. He's
so
the
it's
best
like,
player in the country.
If you know that you have somebody like that on the back end, why are you still trying to go deep?
And the thing is, too, is that we didn't even attack him. The Matthews Jr. guy was the one that was killing Arch. Like, and I don't know who that Matthews Jr. guy is. I looked up I think he's a sophomore, but he's a hell of a football player, by the way. He played against Texas. And the thing is, too, is that interception you were talking about right there came right off the hands of a Jeremiah Smith drop. He dropped 2 passes.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Smith, for y'all don't know, does not drop passes. He's one. Ohio State has number 1 and number 2 best players in the country. That outside of quarterback is literally Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs, and you can flip flop them, and no one would have an argument with them. Jeremiah Smith does not drop wide open passes like that. And then with the Cardinal Tate touchdown, Cardinal Tate is going to be a first round pick.
Yeah,
he's going to be a first round pick. So I mean, you can't cover it any better. It's just I felt like at the end. We just got. I really just feel like at the end, like
we killed ourselves.
That
we did.
First touchdown,
and the penalties to pick
at that.
Thank you. Penalties. That was the thing too. We need to get a little bit more discipline. It was an SEC crew, so there's no SEC favoritism.
Yeah.
Ohio State just straight up went in there with a better game plan. Let's play complementary football. We'll punt when we need to punt. We'll run the ball when we need to run the ball. If we need Stain to throw the ball, it's quick little 5-yard ends, something simple. Is what Arch should have been doing, what Sark should have been doing. As you imagine, at the end of the 4th quarter, when we finally started running motion, Ryan Wingo on end rounds, CJ Baxter on RPOs, we drove right down the field and Arch threw a dot to Parker Livingstone. By the way, he's going to be a problem. We have an exciting White as a wide receiver. I cannot wait. I love exciting Whites. No race.
I would say, all in all, it wasn't pretty from the quarterback play for us. All in all, I feel like we're going to be just fine. Our defense is going to be fine.
Arch is going to be fine. We have San Jose State going up. It's a good get-right game. I mean, our first SEC game is not for another 3 weeks at the Swamp.
Yeah.
Which did not watch a single game of the Florida game, but I'm pretty sure they won 108-0. But whatever.
One thing that Arch needs to work on is not when he gets these receivers out 5-10 yards, is quit trying to throw the ball like the dude's 30, 40 yards down.
Yeah.
He's got to let up. Dude, let your players see the ball.
Yeah.
You know,
and that was the thing at the end of the game too, when we were driving down the field after he threw. You see, the thing is with Arch is it was kind of frustrating during the game, but you see it. He threw it to Jack Andrews, the tight end, on the left side of the field between Caleb Downs and that perfect ball right in the middle, caught it with his hands, broke a tackle, got tackled by Matthews Jr. I mean, it was perfect. And I know the last play of the game for Texas when, by the way, the offensive tackle got fooled completely, Matt Patricia. He dialed up a perfect blitz on that 4th down play. Arch fought off the blitz. He stood up. He still threw. I'm going to give Arch some credit on this. He still threw the ball to tight end. The tight end caught it. It's just Caleb Downs happened to be one tackling him. That was the only issue. If that was any other player in Ohio State, I believe that tight end probably breaks the tackle. and we get lucky and we get a first down there. But since it's Caleb Downs doesn't quit on the play. I really wish Texas would have paid him more money. Just pay him. Just should have. We had him in the. We had Caleb Downs, and we didn't pay him.
Yeah,
that's all it was. But
I get it, man. We could play the butts and ifs game.
But the one more button if game on this real quick. But the third down pass is like, man, Ryan goes wide open and he threw it all the way back.
Set your arch. Just I would, and this is more credit towards the offensive line.
Who being stellar,
being an offensive lineman myself, like you had pretty much a clean pocket for the majority of the game. Besides some plays here.
He got sacked once, and he had pressure on him like a total of 6 times.
So it's like you've had pretty much a clean pocket. Set your feet and make the throw. I don't know what the Uncle Rico stuff is, but like I don't know why you're
taking
doing
a second.
Did you see that meme when they did it hand in hand? I was like, dude,
I don't know, like, dude, you're so much better than that. You know you're better than that. Set your feet. Don't open your hips and just all you got to do is just put it right in front of him, and he takes off for 15, 20 yards because there's nobody in that area.
Nobody there. Caleb Downs was the closest one to him. He was 10 yards away.
So it's like you make that throw, we're driving the ball, and we're going.
Well, the thing is, too, all that stuff would have been forgotten if he would have went down there and scored a touchdown. Everything would have been forgotten when we went to overtime. Even if we lose in overtime, it's like he tried, like he showed up at the end, like, okay, we know it's there. It was rough in the beginning, like, perfectly. But, dude, something just clicked in my head, though. I think this is actually going to be a great thing for him because maybe now the expectations come down a little bit, and as he starts to play, and then finally we hit Florida, which still got some question marks. I really don't believe in Billy Napier. They just keep him on for DJ Lagway, but that's a story for another day. But anyway, good talk, good Texas talk. We still believe in you. Hook them all the time.
We will always.
Had some notes during the game, and we really, when you rewatch the game too, I mean, Arch,
I think, you know what, kind of thinking about it and sitting on it for like a day and a half now, I think Arch needed this. I think he needed this loss.
I hope so.
One, because now the expectation, like you said, the expectations, they drop. And it wasn't expectations from within the locker room of that.
No,
it was all outside
media that were like, he needs to win the Heisman. He's going to be the number 1 overall pick. And by the way, he never declared that he's only going to spend 1 season. And Steve Sarkisian and Arch Manning were like, well, that's news to us that we're doing this. Because Steve Sarkisian said, I thought I'd have Arch for 2 years. So,
yeah. But I think he needed this. I think because now the expectations are going to be lower, so he can kind of just, these next few games get right. And like I said in the group chat, dude, second half of the season, nobody's going to want to see us.
No.
I promise you.
I
promise you. Nobody's going to want to see us.
You hear that, San Jose State? We're coming at you, 11 a.m. Central Time.
I'm sorry, San Jose, but this might be the get-right game.
Well,
we might put like 70 on you.
They know it. They know it. They got paid $4 million to play. They know it. They're not dumb.
It might be like 96-0.
Who knows?
They might get really good because that defense played its ass off. It's
Yeah.
just, I like our corners. Mohammed got a little handsy on Jeremiah Smith. I mean, every penalty that was against the defense, I couldn't argue against a single one, except the first Colin Simmons hands to the face. That offensive lineman pushed his arms up and went like that. I think in college football, there shouldn't be a flag.
Yeah, but they're not going to be able to see it.
They're not going to be able to see it, which is fine. Speaking of penalties in college football, real quick, I have 2 major complaints with all of college football. I watched the South Carolina game, Virginia Tech game as I was coming home, 1-year anniversary, no big deal. Watched that game on the way home, and last night watched LSU and Clemson. Garrett Nussmeier threw a perfect pass. Garrett Nussmeier's going to win the Heisman this year. I've been on the Nuss bus. I'm on the Nuss bus. Oh, Nussy, man. Oh, Nussmeier. He threw a perfect pass to the corner, to the front right corner of the end zone, and it was caught for a touchdown. The receiver brought it in. He had possession of the ball in the end zone. 1 foot down in college, so all you need. Pros, you need 2. 1 foot down, touchdown. No big deal, right? We go to review. They're reviewing it just to make sure it's a touchdown. All of a sudden, the referee comes out and everyone's quiet and they say incomplete pass. And even the announcers, like Kurt Hertzig, was like, why is that an incomplete pass? That makes no sense. Turns out, in college football, when you have the ball, you run across the end zone, and you fall to the ground, you have to maintain control. Even if you're out of bounds, by the way, and you already crossed the end zone, you have full possession. You have to maintain all the way down to the ground. The ball cannot move at all. The same thing happened against Carolina and Virginia Tech. Lenore Sellers dropped back, had a perfect pass to their speedy wide receiver, who's amazing, in the corner of the end zone, caught it 1 foot down, 2 feet down actually, secured it, and then he went to the ground and the ball jiggled a little bit and they called it incomplete. That is the dumbest freaking rule I have ever seen in my life. When you go to the ground, even though you already passed it with full possession, you got 2 feet down all the way up to the catch. This is the dumbest crap ever. This is like, I swear for all the plumbers out there, this is like dealing with a homeowner that says my tankless water heater makes too much noise. I mean, what are we doing here, dude? It's a tankless water heater. It's a catch. It's the only way I can compare it. It's a catch all the way to the ground. It's dumb. Even though you already had possession of the football when you crossed the end zone. What are we talking about here?
I agree.
That to me is the biggest. And the referees already called it touchdown with their dumb little hand signals that they do. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Like
Sorry,
I said, he has the ball, gets the foot down, touchdown.
Broke the pylon. Perfect.
And then you fall to the ground and actually.
And the ball jiggles, but the ball just jiggles just a little bit, and they're like, "Well, the ground can't help you make with the reception in the field of play." He was in the field of play with the possession and touchdown. Like, just go down. Like, even in the NFL, it's not like that. Even the NFL, it's like, look, as soon as that ball, NFL made it simple. This is one of the good rules.
You have possession of the ball.
If you have the potential, cross that line, touchdown. We're not even going to question it. We're going to review it. Now, if you caught it and you went down like this in the end zone, the ball hit the ground and it stabilized you right there, that's a little different. But if you have full possession with the catch, you get both your feet in bounds, touchdown. It don't matter. Doesn't matter.
It's almost like saying, caught the ball, foot down, and he let go of the ball. Yeah. Then is that a fumble now?
It's like the teacher adds a question to the back of the test. You turn it in, everything else you got to 100, and they sneak in the question like, did you do the writing assignment on the back? And it's like, no, I didn't know there was a writing assignment. It's like, well, turns out you failed then on that point. So whatever. That's just me.
Agree.
That is just the dumbest rule possible. Great game, by the way. Virginia Tech.
That was close for a while.
It was, and then the punt return happened. And
they
kind of pooped down their leg a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, good Texas talk, boys. We can. I don't know. Let's preview a little bit of San Jose State while we're at it. Jared, what is the spread on San Jose State versus Texas? I'm sure it's going to be minus 85, but
it'll probably be like 45.
Doing that. While we're at it, there is no meat segment today or anything, no food segment. I'm a little hungover, to be honest, and I'm tired from driving. I had my 1-year anniversary, so there will be
Congratulations.
No food. Thank you.
36 and a half.
36 and a half points.
I was 9 off.
What'd you have?
I said 45.
45?
I said it was probably about 45.
36 and a half, and the over-under...
It's got to be over 56. 56 and a half. I'm going to take the over.
51 and a half.
Over. Smash that over. I don't know if we can cover necessarily because we might pull Arch in that offense starting fourth quarter and get everybody else in. I don't know about the cover, but
you think our defense is going to let them score 2 touchdowns?
No, but if we play backups, I don't know. Because Sarkisian wants the freshman to play. Daylon McCutcheon, their freshman receiver we got, the redshirt freshman, fantastic catch to get us that 1st and goal. I don't know if you remember that play, the number 17. He caught it like this. He went backwards, but he still made it forward. His name is Daylon McCutcheon. He's a great wide receiver. He's the next.
I remember making the catch. I don't think. I remember they called his name.
Yeah,
I
Dalen
think I know what
McCutcheon.
you're talking
Dalen
about.
McCutcheon. He was on Friday Night Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one, too.
Yeah, it's 36 and a half, and the total is 51 and a half. So,
Hey, I tell you who's going to be
Smash the over if you're gambling. Smash the over.
who's going to be great for Texas as a true freshman, Gregory Lillington.
Yes, he made
That
some great
dude-
plays.
yeah.
That dude is going to be a handful
Yeah.
as more he plays.
Well,
for
we got to
Texas.
get.
that dude.
I know we're trying to get past the Ohio State game, but we've got to get Wingo. We got to get Ryan in there more.
Oh, for sure.
Like he is so
Sweeps,
fast.
reverses.
dude.
Well, if
something.
Caleb Downs isn't on him, I mean, shit. Like, we need, like, what are we supposed to do? Like,
Yeah, I
you
guess.
got the best player on him. Like,
He is, dude. He is so
like
special. and
Ohio
he's so
State,
fast.
like Ohio
Yeah.
State and Texas, it could not have been more evenly met. Like, minus the let's subtract the quarterbacks. Sorry, we're all huge Texas fans, but we're also football nerds.
It's always
But, like,
going back to
but-
the game somehow.
oh,
My bad, guys.
that's
If I
low.
blew your eardrum
Sorry
out.
for your eardrums. I mean, you look at like they both returned.
Dude, the easiest way to put this is you've got two blue blood heavyweights going, not hit for hit all the way until the end of the game. That's the easiest, simplest way to put it. Whoever had that one or two extra solid hits on the other dude is who won. So, but I feel like that's the easiest way to put it. It could have gone either way.
Could have
Both
gone
teams,
either way.
the defenses looked amazing. So moving throughout the season, it's going to be Texas, Ohio State for number one defense.
It's gonna be Notre Dame. I thought was gonna be up there. They lost last night to Miami. Carson Beck
Dude,
looks.
Like I said earlier, dude, their defense looked good. Their offense
Miami
was
looks
pushing
tough.
Notre Dame all over the place.
I mean, to be fair though, I think the weather did have a little bit to do with it. But Notre Dame is not gonna go away at
No.
all. That quarterback, I think is he David Carr's son or something like that? He's
I
part of
heard Matt Carr.
Matt Carr.
I don't.
No, his name's CJ Carr.
No. His name is CJ,
Yeah.
but I think his dad's name is Matt.
And that's the brothers, because I think C.J. Carr is related to both Derek Carr and what's the quarter? I just said it. Derek Carr and I just said his name, David Carr. David Carr. I just said his
I
name.
already forgot.
Somehow they're related, I believe. And he looked a little shaky at first, but he had some great throws. We're moving on to Notre Dame, Miami, by the way. Miami wins 27-24 in a great game. There's an amazing interception that I beg you all to go watch. It was a crazy interception that happened at the end of the game. But why was Jeremiah Love not given the ball more? He had one carry in the first, 3 drives.
It kind of blew me away. I wonder if there's like some sort of small injury or something because you've got I would say arguably the best running back in the nation.
He is the best running back.
You only give him, would say one touch in the first.
In the
quarter?
first 2 drives, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's like, what's going on? I wonder if maybe the injury that he had last year is still kind of lingering.
no, I don't think so, because he looked great in the playoffs and through.
Yeah, but he was
obviously.
playing through an injury.
That's true.
So I don't know if
maybe, but he's hands down the best player on Notre Dame, and maybe Miami. Maybe Miami's defense is just that good, though. I mean, we don't
they
know.
look good, dude.
That offense, Carson
They look
Beck.
good.
Carson Beck was never the problem at Georgia. Georgia is the problem at Georgia, but Kirby Smart's still there. So we
Gunner
got
looked good too. Just a little side note.
against Marshall.
I know they played Marshall, but
Georgia.
still,
Yeah.
they
But anyway, that game was amazing. Miami looks stellar. Notre Dame looks good too. I mean, that quarterback, he stepped it up at the end. He got him the field goal. He got him the touchdown at the end. Carson Beck drove him down the field, got the field goal, and then just at the end, just C.J. Carr got sacked. I mean, Miami got home with 4 most of the game. I mean, that was the biggest thing. They got home with 4. I mean, I think it was 97 in Miami.
I think they were trying to say that Notre Dame's offensive line was supposed to be like one of the best ones in the nation.
It is. I mean, it's just. I just think they got tired so fast because dude, they're playing in like 95-degree heat with like almost 85% humidity while it was raining. I mean, that's just.
That'll wear you down.
And yeah, and they're. Notre Dame's up in Indiana right now. In Indiana, I think it's like 50 degrees. They're. It's just different. And the roles would probably be reversed. Notre Dame probably would have won that game at home if Miami went up there and played them. I'll be honest, but Carson Beck might win the Heisman this year. He looks good. They have a freshman receiver that is Miami does that punt return, kick return, had 100 yards receiving, a touchdown, like Ingram, like that true freshman they got. It's amazing. Overall, what a great weekend of college football. Man, football is back.
So
Just
bad.
so bad. So freaking bad.
And the NFL starts this week.
Speaking of the NFL, obviously, a big time trade happened. That is right, Dallas Cowboy fans. Rejoice the fact that you got 2 first-round picks and a 30-year-old defensive tackle who has his worst season the year before. Excuse me. And the contract that Packers paid him, y'all now have to pay 100%. For y'all don't know, Michael Parsons got traded for a bag of chips. Not really. He got traded for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. Big news: the Packers ended up paying him 4 years, $188 million, and 136 of that is fully guaranteed. Congratulations, Michael Parsons, getting paid and getting out from underneath Jerry Jones. Let's speak to someone that was very animated about it, and we talked about it for 30 minutes on Friday. Or excuse me, Thursday when it happened. Jared.
I think I've aired out my grievances before. I've had a few days to sleep and calm my nerves about this. And at the end of the day, Jerry, you talk about drafting players and building these players up and paying them when they're due, and you turn around and you trade away probably one of the biggest pillars on our defense. Did he have his flaws? Yes. Was he not that productive in the run game? Maybe, but you could probably look at a lot of defensive ends and say the same thing. On that note, you trade away Michael Parsons, and then you turn around and you pay Deron Bland almost $100 million each for 4 years. And I'm not sure what to think at this point. You trade away Michael Parsons. If you would have traded him back in like March or April, you could have gotten like a generational haul for this guy. But instead, you wait until a week before the season to trade him. And you get 2 first-round picks that aren't even going to be first-round picks. They're going to be they're going to be first-round picks. They're not going to be good first-round picks because it's Green Bay. We expect Green Bay to be pretty good, which means that those first-round picks are going to be late first-round picks. So, what did you really trade for? You traded for a fruit cup and a couple of steaks. Kenny Clark.
Not even good steaks.
Respect to Kenny Clark. We needed somebody else besides Osa up the middle to help with the run. However, who do you have like Michael Parsons that's going to get 12-plus sacks for his first 4 years with the Dallas Cowboys? You have nobody. So are we going to get pressure to the quarterback? I don't know. Who do we have? We got a rookie. We got Sam Williams, who, was hurt last year.
May not have had a DUI, too.
So it's like, was it a good trade? No, it was not a good trade. Was it something that could help the team? I don't know. I guess we'll find out this year. But now we don't have somebody that was getting 12-plus sacks a season. So, Jerry, you say that you're all in, and then you don't do anything in the offseason besides George Pickens, which we already have a number 1 receiver. Now we have George Pickens, but we have a rookie offensive line. Sorry, not rookie. We have a young offensive line. Two of those will be rookies, and the other 2 will be second-year guys. So, is it really going to matter that we have George Pickens? Probably not. So, at the end of the day, I sit down, and I've been a Cowboys fan my entire life, and I just think, what has been the common denominator for the past 30 years where we haven't even sniffed an NFC championship? You take all the good players that we had, Des Bryant, Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, like you take all these people that we've had that have been good, and there's only been one common denominator in this whole entire time, and that's Jerry Jones. So, out of those 30 years,
Jerry Jones.
Out of those 30 years, Jerry Jones has been the only stay-in-place thing that has been the same at the Dallas Cowboys.
Besides the cheerleaders.
Something has got to change. We didn't go sign Derrick Henry last season. You said you were all in.
Nope.
And we had, who did we have running for us last year?
Y'all were all in to get a top 10 pick.
I don't
You forgot
remember.
that
Who did
part.
we have? We had a washed-up Ezekiel Elliott for a couple games.
Rico Dowell.
Yeah,
Rico
there you
Dowell.
go, Rico.
He had 1,000 yards. And you didn't resign him. And he's on the Panthers.
I say all this because I don't want to get super deep into it because I'm still kind of frustrated.
Jared is questioning his fandom. He can't stay in a straight line with it. It's a Josh Allen, it's a Patrick Mahomes, it's a Dallas Cowboys.
Please, Jerry Jones, just retire.
Then I would have been
Just hand the reins off, even though it probably won't be any better with Steven. Just hand the reins off, retire, and let's just move forward. 'Cause I don't want to talk about this anymore. You traded away Michael Parsons for a bag of chips, a couple bags of chips, and a Dr. Pepper. Shout out Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, please sponsor us.
Yeah, I think that I don't want to get too heavy on it. So
Brent, actually, one second. I've been piggybacking off this for ever since I met y'all first day and I found out y'all were Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
Pretty much I've been saying exactly what Jerry just said. Y'all won't win with that old cringly ass man up there in the office.
no, never will win.
You never
If
will win.
that same common denominator stays in place, we will never win.
And as soon as y'all accept the fact, like my good friend Brent, who's about to explain his hatred for Jerry Jones, bottom line is, they always say, Jerry Jones said in his press conference, we're doing this for the future. You had the future in Micah Parsons, you dumbass owner. You had him. You had him.
If you can't stop the run, bring in pieces around him that'll help stop the run.
The future was there. You had Trayvon Diggs, who's coming off an ACL tear, who's starting off on the PUP list. He won't be able to play to Week 4, which, by the way, y'all have to go face the Green Bay Packers Week 4 on Sunday Night Football, and you know Michael Parsons is going to want to kick your ass, and he will.
No,
We
know what's going to happen. Week 4.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott's going to be on his ass about 30 times.
You mean Michael Parsons is going to be on? Oh, I see what you said. But anyway, this is what all you Cowboys fans get to saying that we're going to win the Super Bowl every year and all that.
No.
These two are very realistic. That was a terrible trade. I guarantee you what happened was Jerry's ego got hurt.
Yes.
He got really hurt in that, and he was like, what's the best but also worst trade value I can get so I can somewhat justify it? A 30-year-old Kenny Clark who had his coming off his worst season yet, hasn't been a Pro Bowler in 3 years, and 2 first-round picks. They're probably going to be between pick 28 and 32 because the Packers might damn near win the Super Bowl this year just because of that Michael Parsons trade, and that defense is already elite as it is with Jeff Hadley calling the plays. One more thing, too. It's about time. It's about damn time. If you really want to win a Super Bowl, you need to wake up, son. Or what is it? Grandpa, great-grandpa, Grandpa the Great. Time for you to wake up. And all you Cowboy fans that still believe in Jerry Jones and all this stuff and everything's good for the league. Yeah, he did wonderful things for the league. Signing with Pepsi, signing with Nike, being the first team ever to go 3 Super Bowls in 4 years, I believe, outside of 49ers, something like that. Great job, Jerry. Where's it gotten you recently? Missed the playoffs. Let's pay Dak $60 million. He might trade after year 3 of that contract, because no one's going to want to pay him or sign him for that. Also, you just pissed off CeeDee Lamb too. You lost the leader of your locker room, and you have nobody on defense besides Deron Bland, who's not even that great of a corner. No offense, he's not. People are not scared to throw to him because he gave up 1,200 receiving yards that year. He got 14 interceptions. You throw at him, there's a 50% chance that he's going to intercept that ball or it's going to be a touchdown. Shout out to 50 Cent. Party in the club, brother. Anyway, Brent, please.
My hate goes back to Jerry Jones, probably long before y'all were even born.
You actually saw him win a Super Bowl.
I did.
We did not. We've never seen him win a Super Bowl. I've seen my team win Super Bowls. Bo Nix, baby, we're coming back. I've seen that team win one Super Bowl, though. You haven't seen him win any. That sucks.
I seen him win 3 Super Bowls. It was great times. And then here comes the old Jimmy Johnson. His ego got too big for him. And what do? Ever since Jimmy Johnson left, what happened?
Barry Switzer.
Downhill.
You hired Barry Switzer.
Barry Switzer. That was not Barry Switzer's team. Anybody could have ran that team. That's one thing Jerry Jones got right. I could pick 500 coaches and win a Super Bowl. Yes, because that was Jimmy Johnson's team that he built.
But what he didn't say was, out of all those 500 coaches, the team that probably could have won 5 consecutive Super Bowls is with Jimmy Johnson as the head coach of the team.
So his ego got too big, got rid of him.
Over one trade, by the way, over the Herschel Walker trade.
And just downhill from there. And when we met, and I told you I was a Cowboys fan, what did I tell you? I'm a realistic Cowboys fan. Nope. I'm not the guy that says, yes, we're going to win the Super Bowl every year, because we're not going to win the Super Bowl every year, because Jerry Jones got to have his finger in the damn cookie jar for everything that happens. Just be an owner, sit in your press box, eat your chicken wings, and sign paychecks, and let the coaches do their job.
Have your beer and nachos.
Hire a GM. If you want to be the owner of the team,
that's fine.
Whatever. Be the owner of the team. Make all those billions of dollars.
That's it.
Hire an actual GM to do the job that you have not done for the past 30 years.
The reason that he wants to do that, because he wants to take credit. Well, I picked this team out. I got this player. I did this.
Which,
so
by the way,
to
he's not entirely bad at drafting. Honestly, he almost drafted Johnny Manziel, but thank God y'all should actually thank Steven for staying here and saying like, hey, Dad, can we actually get Zach Martin, who's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer offensive guard? That was actually a great pick. Oh, God. Can you imagine if y'all would have had Johnny Manziel? Can y'all imagine that?
Oh, man, we're in Super Bowl champions.
Really?
No, not really. Not close at
all. I was say, there ain't no way, dude.
There'd been more coke in that locker room.
Even Johnny Manziel said Dallas is probably the worst spot for me. And he ended up going to Cleveland, and that tells you how bad Cleveland really is.
Yeah. No. It's been. Jerry just, like you said, hand the team off, dude. Like, go to the nursing home, go retire.
This is what I told Brent the first day. I told Brent the first job we had on our grinder tank together. We were talking about the Cowboys.
Which you taught me how to.
Yeah, I taught him how to do a grinder tank. You're welcome.
Who had to teach you?
Jacob. Jacob had to teach me.
I remember one time I had to meet him in Lago Vista one time. He's like, dude, I don't know what to do. And I walked over there like, all right, Kyle, let me show you how it's done real quick.
What was it?
That was right there in Tessera. Those houses that were really close together.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, dude, I've never worked on one of these before.
It was a newer panel, too.
I think you had just
I was just starting becoming a service tech. Yeah.
Jacob taught me, so don't worry.
Yeah, Jacob taught me how to wire.
Shout out, Jacob.
Shout out, Jacob.
Wish you would have never left.
Yeah. He got a sweet deal, though.
Yeah.
You can't pass that over.
Nah.
Jacob, hopefully you're listening, but we appreciate you. But anyway, what I told Brent when we were working over that grinder tank filled up with wipes,
bacon grease.
bacon grease in there too. It smells so bad. That tank smells so bad too. We put a brand new pump in there. This is where plumber talk right here. This is where the plumber comes in on us.
Grease smells worse than anything.
Grease smells terrible. For
Smell
all those
like
people, for all those people that say I don't cook with grease,
You know,
anytime you cook with some sort of cooking oil, whether it's avocado or anything, whether
It's
whether
grease.
health nut bullshit you're trying to do or whatever that's actually not good for you, turns into grease once it hits water. Stop saying that. That is ridiculous.
and if you say that you don't put any grease down the drain, we know you're lying.
Yes.
We are able to see everything that you put in there.
I always
Just
like
a little helpful tip for all you homeowners.
I always like it.
We know. We can see.
I don't put grease down my sink and it's just all floating around and stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's construction
Well,
debris.
the freaking one house,
No,
the one
it's
house
not.
that me and you had when we were draining the grinder tank, you could see the grease come out.
Yeah.
And he's trying to say, "Oh, I think when he said, I was cleaning my barbecue grill, my grates on my grill in the sink." We're like,
God.
"No, dude, that looked like fresh vegetable oil coming
Came
out."
down in there. Anyway, back on
Anyways,
Jerry Jones. A little plumber talk for y'all all. You're welcome, Bethany. You wanted plumber talk? You got plumber talk. So that's a little bit of plumber talk for y'all. We'll go back on Jerry Jones. As me and Brent were saying, as the first time we started working together, I say this now, and I'm going to be right. We're all going to be in our 70s. Brent will be in his 90s. And we're all going to be sitting around while Jerry Jones is 168 years old, saying that what can we do to win the Super Bowl? Jerry Jones will never die. I'm convinced he'll never die in any way, shape, or form. I've been telling everybody this, especially Brent, until he actually goes away, like his spirit dies from the Cowboys. There will never be another.
He'll never
Super Bowl.
die. They just made that AI Jerry Jones in the stadium.
They did do that, didn't
So
they?
it's like, we're stuck.
What should we do, AI Jerry?
Just blow up the stadium.
Blow up the stadium. We need a bigger screen. All right. Anyway, Jerry Jones will never die. But guys, with that being said, there's a huge game this Thursday night. We will be recording on Friday. We're having a Friday show. We're not missing any more weeks. We had some family conflicts with everybody. Not conflicts, scheduling. Excuse me. Conflicts doesn't mean always a bad thing. Just want to make that clear. Go read a fucking thesaurus every now and then, okay?
I think it actually does mean
A little bit, but there's also the conflict just means conversations too. There's people need to learn how to read. Anyway,
don't talk about me.
what? Oh, that's right. I see it. Okay.
So people who are the read, don't talk about me.
Oh, damn, Brent. Can you flush out a toilet? I sure can. All right, that's all we need you for. We're all going to be here for the most part. If not, again, it'll always be me, Jared. Brent, if you're more welcome on the show, you're more welcome too, as always.
Thank you.
Should be a good show for us. We will do the review, and then we will be doing our NFL schedule picks for that week. However, let's do a little preview of Eagles, Cowboys.
Oh, man.
Eagles dropping the banner.
Uh,
I tell you this much, Eagles, they're probably going to kick y'all's ass week one. However, I do see this a game where Dak does throw for 3 touchdowns, but then he just can't complete it at the end.
Dak is the NFC East killer. Isn't he
what?
like
He's the what?
killer?
Killer. Okay.
Killer.
Of the Giants.
Killer. He's like 38 and like 8 against the NFC East.
Okay.
So we'll probably split we'll probably split every game with the Giants. We'll probably split the games with Washington. We'll probably split the games with the the Eagles.
So you're saying 3-3.
Yeah.
That might be playoffs right there for y'all, then. That's a long stretch. Or are you saying that's y'all's only 6 wins of the season? Or 3 wins of the season?
But we don't have a running game, so I don't know. This year is probably the first year that I actually don't have an idea. Like, I feel like our offense will be okay, but then again, we have new offensive line. So this is probably the first year where, like, we also don't have Zach Martin. So it's like, what are we going to be up front? What are we going to be and against that Philadelphia Eagles defensive line? I don't think it's. I honestly don't think it's going to be pretty.
It's
Yeah,
not going to be a good year for
And they got
us.
Andrew McCuba back there too. The
Yeah.
safety. He looks really good. Put Cooper Eugene back at corner. He's not a safety. Stop putting him at safety. He's inside white corner. He had an interception against Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Took it back. He's a corner, not a safety. Fucking Vic Fangio. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't
sorry about that. Just we don't have a whole lot of white corners, so we gotta every time we see one, we got a champion though. Broncos got a white corner, and he's actually okay.
I don't really have a lot to say about the Cowboys.
I just
With
get no
everything that went on this offseason, and then the documentary coming out, and then Jerry Jones saying like, well, if people aren't talking about the Cowboys, I'll make sure I do something to make sure that we're mentioning everybody's conversation.
And boy does he!
So that's another thing that kind of like turned me off from the Cowboys this season. So it's like now the Michael Parsons trade, and then you turn around and sign DeRon Bland for almost $100 million.
It just sounds like you're just gonna be just a football fan.
I might just be an NFL football fan.
I'm just here for the games.
Yeah. I like Josh Allen, so I might watch a little bit more of the Buffalo games. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say about the Cowboys right now.
Not much to say. I've been saying that for years.
Well, it's the same thing. It's just like, and I sent the text in the group chat because me and John were going at it about the Cowboys because he thinks that the Michael Parsons trade was good. Now, everybody's got their own opinion.
Yeah,
I've got mine.
sure.
He's got his, and I have like, it's just back and forth about football. Guys are going to be guys. Dudes are going to be dudes.
Dudes will be dudes.
So it's like
Michael Parsons, a dude that's going to kill y'all.
My thing is why did you trade him to
so
NFC
late
well, I
team?
think
to a team that has our number.
Yes, exactly. That if let's say for instance
it's to prove
we do get to the
it's
playoffs.
because Jerry wants to prove a point. That's all he's doing. He's proving a point.
The same point that he's proven every year.
Yes.
We're not going to be able to win because
The one thing that we forget too, when he traded away Amari Cooper, he got a 5th round pick. Amari Cooper could have probably. I'm not saying he would have gone for a 1. Maybe if it was like a late round 1, maybe if you would have traded him to like.
dude, he was barely even in the NFL. He just got picked up by the Raiders.
Yeah. No. But this like 4 years ago.
I know.
Like,
I'm saying like, was he like
yes,
all that?
Yes,
Yes,
because he had
Mark
back-to-back
Cooper.
receiving 1,000 receiving yards for the
Amari
Browns.
Cooper was good.
Like, he was
man.
good.
I feel like he just
man.
disappeared a lot. In the
Well,
big
it's
games.
just because last year, like the Browns sucked.
Yeah.
Like
Went
Deshaun
to the
Watson was
Browns.
terrible. Got traded to Buffalo. He wasn't like Buffalo. Buffalo's a weird team to where it's like, if you get traded to Buffalo mid-season and you weren't there for training camp and stuff, they don't really do that. That's a good thing about Buffalo. Buffalo's just a good team. They just can't beat the fucking Chiefs when it matters. But it's just Buffalo's a good team. It's just, if you get traded in mid-season, if you don't really fit that culture, then you're not really going to fit in. So I think that's why they waited so long. This is his 11th year in the league, I think. I mean, he's been in the league for a long time, but back then he could have easily gone for a 2 and maybe a 3. Maybe he could have get a singular 1, but it had to go to a team that's like picking 30, 31, 32, like that, one of those type of picks. Very late first round pick he could have gone for. It's just one of those things where it's just like Jerry just wants it, and he even compared this trade to the Herschel Walker trade. Jerry, when you had the Herschel Walker trade, you had 3 picks and then 5 players. Minnesota think you would cut any of the players, so that became compensatory picks. When Jimmy Johnson, as soon as he got those players, cut all those players, the Vikings were like, "Oh, we didn't actually think you would actually do that." And Jimmy said, "No, I'd actually do that." And then they got all these picks later, all these Pro Bowlers, all these Hall of Famers, all these great NFL talent players that are just and
Because Jimmy,
and Jerry's not totally wrong. Well, I have 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years. Correct. Are you going to package those and go get a quarterback that you want? Or are you going to package those and go get some other player? I doubt it because Jerry doesn't really do draft day trades unless he's trading bad. But I just struggle. Back on this game of Thursday night, I give y'all 0%. No. 2% chance to win this game, just because the Eagles are dropping the banner.
I'm not expecting that.
I wouldn't expect it. If y'all win, the only way I'll win this game is the Eagles have self-communication fail. Like, the Eagles beat themselves pretty much. And then the next time y'all play them, the Eagles probably put 45 on y'all. I mean, that's the only way they'll win this game. I do see Dak becoming a superhero. And by the way, I missed a fantasy draft last night, or the evening before, and I drafted Dak Prescott, and I got so pissed on my auto pick. It made me so mad.
I'm not.
Anyway,
I know me and Brent have different views on this, but I'm not like. I am big on not being in the quarterback carousel. So having Dak, who's like an above average quarterback, and whenever he's on, he's on. I would much rather have that than being like what the Denver Broncos were in before they got Bo Nix, where there's a new quarterback every single year.
It was
or like
terrible.
what the Colts are in right now, where they've got AR that they drafted super high a few years ago. And now it's looking like
they
might have to change his position or something.
Yeah.
But I would much rather be in a position where we have a consistent quarterback who can be. I mean, he can be a good quarterback, but he's definitely an above average quarterback who, for some reason, whenever we get to the playoffs, not all his fault, but whenever we get to the playoffs, just doesn't, bring it home for us.
No.
And
but
even
they'll never
then,
win a Super Bowl with Dak.
No, Dak is the perfect quarterback. Dak is going to be perfect where if y'all do get like a really good quarterback, like let's say it's just the first thing that came. Let's say Arch Manning does work out for Texas, and then like he plays this year and he plays next year. He's like, okay, he's clearly top 3 pick in the draft for whoever needs a quarterback at that time. Like clearly, he's the guy going number 1. Dak will be in year 3 of that contract, so he'll play that 3rd year, then play that 4th year. And I can easily seeing Arch come in. He could see Dak getting y'all to the playoffs maybe twice, and y'all be losing to the wild card round, of course. But I can see something like that. Like Dak's a good transitional quarterback to where he plays great when you need him to. I'm gonna take that back. I'm about to say he plays great when you need him to play great, and he doesn't. But he plays great veteran quarterback football. Is how I like to describe it. Like he's not like Ryan Fitzpatrick where he'll come in for 3 games and he's just awesome and then he just sucks the rest of the season. But he's very consistent. Like what you have in Dak, and it is not like honestly like before we got Bo Nix, I would much rather have Dak Prescott than any other quarterback we had. And I thought we were going to get that in Russell Wilson, but that didn't turn out so hot. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm just
Dak has his moments, but it's not going to get us to where we want to be.
No.
That's just me.
Well,
It's not.
It sucks because like the past 2, I would probably say the past 3 years, when we had Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, I would probably say was.
Yeah, why'd y'all ever get rid of Tony Pollard? I have no idea.
I don't know.
That was crazy.
He hasn't really had a run game, so it's really been on him. So it's like I get it,
Yeah,
because you don't
run.
have that, like the year that we had Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott's rookie year when they were both like on, like we probably could have done something that year, but you have to have a run game. If you don't have a run game and you're putting all that pressure on the quarterback,
Yeah.
Well,
the defenses can plan for that, and they'll zone up, and then you're never going to get a ball down the field.
The problem is, it's just like y'all can't put it together. Like y'all can have the number 1 offense the year before, and then y'all's defense is bottom 25. Y'all could have the number 1 defense, and then Dak gets hurt, and now y'all's offense is bottom 3 in the league. I mean, like there's just no consistency there, and that's also another Jerry Jones problem. I mean, it's not his fault that like players get hurt, of course, but it's just like, damn, dude.
There was a few running backs out there this offseason that we could have went and got. But now we're going into another season of not having a clear-cut number 1 running back.
Well, dude, Javonte started for y'all.
Clear-cut.
Okay.
Like, clear-cut number 1 running back. He could be a 1, or if the second running back is doing better, he could be a 2. So it's like we don't have the clear-cut run game that we need in order for our team to excel, and we have a young offensive line.
Yeah,
So it's
I was
like,
gonna say our offensive line's gonna
you
be
know,
a struggle.
regardless of how Dak plays this year, I don't think it's going to matter because one, I don't think our defense can't stay healthy.
No.
So Trayvon Diggs will probably come back week 4, and he'll probably be hurt.
That's maybe.
And if he
Over,
does,
Overshown's not coming back to what, week 8?
yeah.
maybe?
So it's like our defense can't stay healthy. Our ones are out already. Trayvon Diggs, Demo. So it's like
y'all safeties. No one has no idea who the hell they are.
Donovan Wilson, I think, and I actually like Donovan Wilson.
Yeah, but dude, he misses tackle. He will miss a tackle, dude.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
Did either of the? I mean, I watched some preseason, a little bit of the Cowboys, but none of the starters even touched the field in preseason.
No, it's like,
did they?
dude, send them out there. Let them get some plays.
So I
on.
mean,
I think
because I'm
especially-
watching like other teams,
I understand. Like I understand not playing Dak. Dak makes sense to me just because he is coming off that.
one quarter, dude.
Just let him play like 10. Like what the Broncos did was this. Like Bo Nix in the offense, starting defense, starting offense. They both came out. They played. I think starting offense played the entire first quarter. Starting defense played halfway through the first quarter. Second game, we didn't play any starters because we don't get to Arizona. And the rumor was that we had a great week of practice and we didn't want anyone getting hurt. Then the third preseason game against the Saints, everyone played. And we all played. We played. Offense had 3 drives. Defense had 4, I think. Nick Bonito didn't play because he had a not bone. It was bone spur surgery. It's where they have like they clean off your knee pretty much. Like it's simple, like little surgery.
Yeah.
Like little bone spur surgery. They go up there, they clean up your knee. No big deal. It's like a week you sit out. Other than that, like you play. I mean. The Rams, they don't ever play anybody, which they start off slow. That's one thing no one started about the Rams. They always start off slow, but also at the same time, though, you're going to win games when you have Matthew Stafford at quarterback. Cincinnati, all their starters played the whole preseason. Like they played first quarter. Did they look great? No, but they played.
Yeah,
you got used
you're
to it
getting
a
the
little
rust
bit.
off.
You got to, especially
Knocking
Dak
the
because he's
rust off.
coming off an injury. Like you got to get some live
He
action
should.
reps.
He
Exactly.
should have played the last preseason game. Like you can
Even
send
if-
him the first 2, but he should have played that last preseason game.
Even if it's the
Yeah.
first 2 drives, that's it. That's
Yeah.
fine. Get him out there. Let him, get loose. Let him see the defense and everything. It's like we set ourselves up for failure. I'd probably say almost every time because one, I already said it. We don't have a run game. We don't have a clear-cut run game that's going to help Dak, excel this season. So it's like, and then now Dak's coming off of an injury, and he's going into Philadelphia week 1, and you're expecting him to just, be good after no preseason work or anything. So it's like,
That's the weird thing about Dak, though. Dak plays well when there's no expectations. Like
Yes.
when
Yeah,
there's
I agree
no
with that.
expectations, that dude will throw for 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, and still lose.
You
But,
put him in the playoffs.
Yeah,
it's going to be, I feel like this season for us is probably going to be close to what Cincinnati
y'all need a top 10 pick. Y'all need a top 10 pick, and y'all
We're gonna get that next year.
better pray y'all can find a replacement. I don't know how you're going to find a replacement for Michael Parsons. You just can't. But
You're not.
you can't.
There's not one.
I mean, unless Colin Simmons, which I doubt, unless he comes up.
He comes out next year.
Yeah, he's got.
Next
He's
year.
got to play one
Yeah,
more.
He's
Okay.
dude. He's a true sophomore.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not gonna. I mean, he probably could, but he'd be like a 4th round pick.
Like, you're not going to. And not so much that Micah got traded pissed me off. It was when he got traded and what he got traded for. If you're going to
and
trade
traded
him,
two.
yeah, if you're going to trade him to some team that you know is going to be bad, so that way those first 2 round picks or
He'll
those
get you
first round
something.
picks are going to be top 1
And,
through 15.
and even if that team turns out to be good, well, it's like, well, we thought they were going to be bad. That's reasonable. And not only that, you maybe got 3 to 4 picks. 2 first rounders, a 3rd round, and maybe like a next year 4.
Yeah.
And then you got maybe 1 to 2, just halfway decent
And
players.
if you find a team that's like one of those teams that's probably going to have a top 5 pick, they're going to give you the house for somebody like Michael Parsons because they think like, hey man, if we can get this one guy, maybe it'll change our season.
Or even
and then it doesn't change, and we get a top 5 pick, and we got 2 first-round picks, 1 second-round pick, and a 5th and a 6th.
Well, even with this though too, it's like if you would have traded if the Buffalo would have traded for him to have the cap space, I think you get picks from Buffalo. Yes, they're going to be late round picks, but if your team's not good, you get early round picks. You get a pick at the beginning of the first round, pick at the beginning of the first at the end of the first round. You get a third round pick out of it. You may get a couple starters out of it, 1 to 2 starters, but like get 3 to 4 picks, and they don't have to be first round. Because I wouldn't trade 3 first rounds for Michael Parsons. Now, a team like the Packers, 2 first round picks and what they trade up obviously makes sense. But if Jerry was like, no, I need more than just Kenny Clark. Okay, I can give you a third round. I'll give you like a next year 5th. We can turn that to a
But that's the problem.
pick.
Jerry was good with that. Jerry was good with the
Well,
late
and-
first round
well,
picks,
and that's the problem.
A
It's
starting player.
And that's
Yeah.
the problem is that you traded him to the Packers, who beat y'all every fucking year, and on top of that, you got nothing. Now, if you would have traded him to the Packers, okay, that sucks. We got to play him, but we got a haul for him.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that works.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me was like not that Michael Parsons got traded, but how everything kind of turned out. And you wait and you build up all this tension between you and Micah, and then all the media and everything's coming in. Just like you said, if nobody's talking about Dallas Cowboys, I'm gonna make sure somebody's talking about.
Well, and the thing
Right.
is, too, Jerry thought he had a contract worked out with them. Like, that
But Jerry's
didn't work.
been around in the league long enough to. When did Jerry buy the Cowboys?
89.
89.
Yeah.
Jerry's been around-
88,
89. I think 88, he like gave him the cash. In 89, it was like
So Jerry's been around long enough to know that
because
nowadays
91, 92 is the first Super Bowl, right? Because they went 1-15, and then
93,
and then the next year they went
and then 95.
like the next year they went like 9-7, missed the playoffs, and then that's when they started ripping off Super Bowls.
No, they went.
Or no,
one,
1990 they played the Lions, and the Lions beat y'all's
Yeah.
ass that
Yeah.
year. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's when Troy was hurt.
yeah, they put it in the other quarterback.
Yeah.
So
Steve
Jerry,
Barline or something.
needless to
Yeah,
say,
something.
Jerry's been in the league long enough. He's been through every phase. He's been through how everything works for the past 5-10 years. He understands what the league is. He knows that if there's going to be a contract and that player has an agent, you're going to have to go through the agent.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no handshake deals now, especially with the caliber player like Michael Parsons, who has the best agent, and David Mulgeta is the best agent. In
Yeah,
the
his
NFL.
contract literally ruined the NFL Players
Yeah, exactly.
Association.
So it's like Jerry knows that the contract was going to have to go through the agent. So for him to sit there and be like, we had something worked up, and I sent it to the agent, he's told us to stick it up our ass. But it's like, you knew that this was how this was going to
He
work.
was like, I was prepared to do it. Well, then the Packers got it done that day.
Exactly.
It's not that hard. Micah, how much do you want? 45? Okay, minus taxes and everything. How about we give you 47, 188? No problem. Done.
Yeah.
And they signed Jordan Love, and they signed Josh Jacobs. Like,
Did he even try to go through his agent? I thought he was wanting to deal just with.
That's what I'm saying. Jerry's been
Parsons.
around long enough to understand how it works. And he thought that he had a deal with Michael Parsons, just a little handshake
Yeah.
deal. But that's not
but
how
Mike,
it
but
works.
Micah
yeah.
told him to, and I think Micah's telling the truth on this. Micah told him, he's like, hey, but we need to send over to my agent. My
Yes.
agent's the guy that I trust. These NFL players don't know how contracts work. That's why they have agents.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because they go
Understand.
through and they read the fine print.
Now,
Like,
something like a Shamar Stewart contract, his agent's just been like, no, like, so what the Bengals did with Shamar Stewart was kind of nip and tuck a little bit because the Bengals were like, hey, like, we wanted every other NFL team has a stipulation or a contract. It's the Bengals' fault for being late to the party of it, but hey, we're going to start doing these contracts. They're like, no, you can do that for the next first round pick. Well, no, that's what literally every other contract in the NFL is doing. And then finally, they're like, look, we'll give you more money up front, but your third and fourth year, if you're not playing for whatever reason, that you did some sort of. And the Bengals were saying like contract detrimental to the team. The Bengals are a stupid organization, but they were just saying like, if you're sitting, like when Mike Brown
you're
said,
sitting in jail.
if you're sitting in jail, I shouldn't have to pay you. And he didn't even say like if you're sitting in jail and it turns out you didn't do anything wrong, I'll still pay you. But like if you're doing something bad, I'm not going to pay you $8 million for being in prison. Like I'm just not going to do it. Like
I agree
that's
with
fair.
that. That's like if we didn't show up to work.
yeah,
Like
we
when,
wouldn't
like
get paid.
when that
I
first,
wouldn't
like
get
when that first, like when that first came out, when Mike Brown said, "He really thinks Shamar Stewart's gonna go to prison?" It's like, no, like even I said it too. If you go back and listen to the context of what he was saying, yes, it makes sense. Is he a terrible owner? Absolutely, he is terrible. He's cheap. He had to sell the naming rights of stadium to pay Joe Burrow. I mean, it's just it is what it is on that. But not to mention to get back on the Eagles. I mean, there's really nothing to talk about. Eagles might just go back to the Super Bowl. There might
Dude,
be
they signed everybody besides Darius Slade. They signed everybody back.
and they got young corners. I mean, Guantanamo Bay. They got him.
They're gonna be
Eagles
tough,
are loaded.
man.
But
They're
I do.
tough.
I don't know. I don't really have, besides everything that went on in the offseason, it's probably not going to be that great of a year for
No.
Cowboys. We might go, I'd probably say ceiling,
8-9
I'd say 10-7 would be ceiling.
ceiling.
Yes.
I don't know.
10,
Because
because
maybe you know what? Maybe the defense. Maybe the defense is just like serviceable, like
Yeah.
just good enough. Like maybe you can beat a couple of bottom
and
feeder
if
teams.
our offensive line is
If I'm pushing, I'm saying 9-8.
Yeah.
I'm pushing.
10-7, it's pushing at 10-7, but I would say our ceiling would be
Like,
10-7.
I
We'll
could
get
see
the
how-
last seed to get into the playoffs. We'll lose first round, and we'll be back in the same
like I
situation.
can honestly see
Be talking all over again next year.
like I can honestly see y'all going like 5-8, and then y'all just rip off 4 wins in a row, and then it's like, well, we just started too late. Like I can see that. But anyway, I want to talk about just a little bit, and then this is probably the last topic of the day, guys. Guys, please like, subscribe, share, do everything that's well. Help
Put
get
us
the
out
word
there.
out.
Put us out there. We're trying to
At
grow.
Pipe Down Show. We're getting a TikTok. We're getting an Instagram. We're working on all that right now. Give us some grace. That might be just our slogan. Give us some grace. Tell us what you think in the comments, please. Please, again, like, comment, subscribe. Get us out there. You know, take us number one. We're all a bunch of dudes that love sport. We want to get there. Bunch of dudes. But anyway, probably one of the last 2 topics to talk about here. Just a quick little thing. The Broncos play the Titans at 3:05 p.m. Central Time against the Titans. I'm excited. Just give me a little bit of Bronco preview. Our offense in the preseason had me a little concerned. We only scored 1 touchdown as a starting offense. Our running back, R.J. Harvey, rookie, he looks really stellar. We had to cut some pretty decent players. We traded Devon Bailey to the Saints for a couple picks. We turned a 7th rounder into a 4th and a 5th rounder, so I'm not too mad about that. I think it's going to be tough this year because Kansas City, I think, just got better, and I think they're kind of tired of everybody shitting on them a little bit, which they should be because they do devil magic. I'm convinced they have to be at this
Where
point.
did they improve at? I mean, I haven't kept up.
Well, they
too
kept
much.
it. They drafted an offensive line that's pretty. Their offensive line's been pretty good. That
Yeah.
rookie they drafted looks good. However, on the Broncos defense, I'm expecting Defensive Player of the Year from Nick Bonito type player. I'm expecting Patrick Surtain. Our secondary got better with Jade Barron out of Texas.
Yes.
I believe he will be wearing number 23. So,
Barron?
like his first
Is he a
number in
starter?
college. Yes.
Is he?
Nickel.
Nice.
Nickel.
Nice.
So we're going to be moving him around. I'm excited. We faced Cam Ward week 1. Sorry, Cam Ward. We might kick the shit out of you week 1, but we might not. Who knows? But offense, I'm a tad bit concerned about the offense just because how we performed in the preseason. I don't know. We have to see. Evan Ingram had some great plays. I think it'll be a game changer for us. So, which by the way, next Sunday. Guys, this is our last Sunday and Monday without NFL football. I cannot wait. And Thursday. Season's right around the corner. I think we're going to be good. It's going to be a good football season overall.
Can't wait. I'm ready, man. I've been waiting a long time. Cold weather, football, got the smoker up and running.
Yep.
Deer hunting.
I'm ready. Hunt,
Fishing.
everything. This is
Everything.
for all the winter haters. Let me just tell you something. Get a life.
For real.
Sorry for blowing your eardrums out again. Get a life. Football is probably the greatest thing that the entire world has. You know, you got soccer in the European countries. You got rugby over here. You got, sports like this. American football There's a reason why we're taking college games out of the states. There's a reason why we're taking NFL games out of the states. That's because other countries want to see this stuff. Smashing dudes in the mouth on a weekend is probably the greatest thing you'll ever see. And along comes with cooler weather, so us big guys, we're not sweating all day long. We can throw them, the meat on the smoker, get the smoker going.
Yeah, let's trade.
Yes, trades. The winter haters, just pipe down a little bit. It's that time of year. Football season's back. Playoff baseball season's right around the corner. We're here, baby. Let's get it going. I'm ready. I'm ready to be wearing jackets and hoodies and all that stuff.
Let's go Stros. Let's go Stros.
Go Sharks.
Just want to throw that out there.
Take us home, Country Roads. All right, guys. Well, what a good show. Got a lot of college football tonight. North Carolina, the fighting Bill Belichick's play against the TCU Horned Frogs.
Nobody likes 110-degree weather and sweating all day long.
No one does. Well, some people might.
That's the last thing I had to say.
That's cool. They're psychopaths if people are like that. Anyway, got a good football game on tonight. So we will be posting next Monday. You will get our preview. This Friday we will be recording our preview NFL games that we're interested in. We will be doing a review of the Cowboys-Eagles game. And then, sorry for the voice crack. And then we'll do a little Texas football preview and a little bit of Oklahoma versus Michigan preview. Michigan does go down to Oklahoma.
Ooh,
top 20 matchup.
Nice.
Excited about that. Overall, Texas, we're going to be fine. Arch, love you.
Yes.
Not your fault. Your first game starting.
You'll be okay.
Go shut these motherfuckers up.
You'll be
Go
okay.
shut these haters up. You will do great. Go shove it down their throat, Arch. Defense, do good. Jerry, I don't know what to tell you, bud. You're just never going to see another Super Bowl. And you look old. You look like you're 100 already, and you're only 82. So there's some problems there.
Just hire a GM.
Let's
That's all
go.
you have to do.
Let's go Broncos. God bless Bo Nix. And guys, that'll be today's episode of Pipe Down. We'll like to thank
Hold on.
Brent.
Quick question.
Okay.
TCU, North Carolina.
North Carolina. I'm Bill Belichick all the way.
I think I'll have to go. I don't know.
I'm going TCU, Texas team.
I think I'm going to go to TCU as
That's
well.
all.
They brought back a lot of players from last year, so
I'm just excited about North. I just think
North
it's so
Carolina
hilarious.
has 70 new players on that football team.
Dude, I know, but Bill Belichick's coaching in college.
Yeah, but it's
That's
like-
I know. It's
awesome.
great.
That's awesome.
It's hard to flip the program and bring in 70 new players and then expect to win.
I don't doubt it, but if we saw, I think North Carolina. All right,
This will be a conversation
This-
for.
another day.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
Anyway, we talked football all day, as you can see. Again, Pipe Down. Please like, comment, subscribe. Everything that's good. Thank y'all. We love y'all. Keep God in mind always, and thank y'all very much. We will be recording on Friday. We will see y'all early Monday morning, and thank y'all, and see ya.